In Pokemon Crystal, you will start the game with the 2nd gen starters such as Chikorita, Totodile, and Cyndaquil. But what if you can use the Gen 1 starters? Which of the 2 gens are better? We'll soon find out. Kontabai everyone, how's it going? I'm Jill from the Twins Plus channel and welcome to today's challenge. This is our very first Pokemon Versus video and I can't wait to show you guys what we've discovered during the challenge. My brother and I had to flip a coin to decide who will get to use Gen 1 starters and who will get Gen 2. I end up getting Gen 1 and my brother Jed will be using Gen 2. We'll start this video with the first type in every Pokemon generation's Pokedex, the Grass type, which consists of Bulbasaur and Chikorita. Let's talk about the rules. I can only use Bulbasaur and my brother can only use Chikorita during battle. We are not allowed to use any heal items or battle items such as berries, potions, axe attacks and so on. Held items are allowed and we are allowed to teach our Pokemon new moves by using TMs or HMs. Note that this video isn't a race, so whoever finishes a gym and receives the badge first has to wait till the other one finishes the same current gym as well. The idea is not to know which Pokemon can beat the game first, but who's the most optimal Pokemon when it comes to battling against trainers, gym leaders, rivals, Elite Fours and so on. Also, we'll be trying to beat the game as low leveled as possible, not relying on being over leveled to defeat the opponents. At the end of the walkthrough, we'll compare the 2 Pokemon and see which one did the better job and who's overall the best Pokemon. Before we begin, it would really help us a lot if you guys subscribe to our channel and hit that notification button as well. We'll be posting more videos like this every week. Also, leave a comment and let us know which Pokemon you want to see in future challenges. Thank you guys so much for all the support. With all that said, let's begin. So because I won the coin flip, I chose Bulbasaur and Jed chose Chikorita. Bulbasaur feels the same as Chikorita, both have tackle, both have the same stats, the only difference is the special attack and defense. So going through as Bulbasaur feels the same as playing the actual game with Chikorita. During the first rival battle, even at level 7, Cyndaquil is still faster than both Bulbasaur and Chikorita. Both barely won the battle with little HP left. In the Bellsprout Tower, there were no problem whatsoever. Both of us had to spam tackle to go through the tower. It took a while but it got the job done. At level 15, Bulbasaur learned Poison Powder and Sleep Powder at the same time, so I had to decide on one of them. Of course, I picked Sleep Powder, which is a good reason that I'll explain later on. Chikorita learns Reflect at level 12 and Poison Powder at level 15, so both of us was ready for the first gym. Firstly, Bulbasaur took down PG with no sweat. As for Pidgeotto, he misses the first Sleep Powder and took a big hit, but managed to land the second one and put Pidgeotto to sleep. I used Leech Seed to steal some HP and then used Tackle. Pidgeotto wakes up early and uses a super effective Gust. I decided to use Tackle and luckily landed a crit, winning the battle on my first try. In Chikorita's case, it was almost the same. Thanks to Reflect, Chikorita could tank most of the hits. Pidgeotto still hits really hard, but thanks to Poison Powder, Chikorita managed to barely win at first try as well. After defeating Falkner, Bulbasaur evolved into Ivysaur and Chikorita into Bayleaf. Now it's time to go to the second gym. We swiftly passed through the cave, beating Team Rocket and saved all the Slowpokes. And now it's time to face Bugsy. Ivysaur already has a big advantage over Bayleaf. Because Ivysaur is part Poison type, it can get poisoned by Poison Sting and all Bug type moves are normal instead of super effective. During the battle against Bugsy, Ivysaur took down both Metapod and Kakuna with relative ease, but Bugsy's ace Pokemon Scyther is the stuff of nightmares. Well, if you're using only Grass type that is, Ivysaur managed to put Scyther to sleep with Sleep Powder and easily took it down with barely a scratch, winning the second gym badge. In the case of my brother's Bayleaf, however, it wasn't a walk in the park. In fact, it was one of the hardest battles he has ever faced during this challenge. During the battle against Bugsy, Bayleaf got poisoned by Kakuna's poison sting, and when it reached Scyther, Bayleaf's tackle is nowhere near as strong enough to even hurt it. Jed fought a few more times with no success, so he ended up grinding for a bit. That already isn't a good look for Bayleaf. Remember, during the challenge we evaluate the Pokemon based on how well it performs during each battle. The higher the level, the lower the Pokemon has performed during that battle. After learning Synthesis at level 23, he went back to challenge Bugsy, but Bayleaf still wasn't strong enough. Synthesis only helped him survive just for a bit longer. Jed decided to skip the gym battle and went to the rival battle to gain some experience. Everything went smoothly. Ghastly wasn't any threat, but Bayleaf got burned by Quilava's Ember and lost the battle after that. On the second try, Bayleaf didn't get burned, but he had to use Synthesis a few more times to survive. After a while, he finally won the battle. Thanks to the extra XP gain, Jed challenged Bugsy once again at level 24 and still doesn't stand a chance. He decided to challenge him one more time at level 25. The battle went better until Scyther came out. He hits the first Fury Cutter, but he misses the second one. It's all thanks to that Jed finally beats Bugsy by landing 3 tackles on Scyther, winning his second batch. Bayleaf only won because of RNG. If it wasn't for that, he would still be stuck in the second gym. Now that both of us has defeated the second gym, we realized that we were not at the same level anymore. Ivysaur is at level 23 while Bayleaf is at level 25. That's a 2-level difference, which means that Ivysaur is in the lead. After receiving the second batch, we were able to help the kid in the forest and get the HM cut. With Quilava, I used the sleep powder strategy and managed to beat it without taking any damage. The rest of his team wasn't any issue. After the battle, I got the HM for cut and progressed through the forest. A bit further ahead, I got the TM for headbutt and gave it to Ivysaur since it's million times better than tackle. Later on, I beat everyone on Route 34 and went straight to the third gym. Ivysaur is so strong that it one-shots everyone with Razor Leaf and or Headbutt, so I'm ready to face the gym leader that scares many kids during their childhood. I started the battle using Razor Leaf on Clefairy that dealt more than half of her HP as damage. She uses Double Slap, which dealt no damage at all, and with the second Razor Leaf, Clefairy was down. Whitney's Miltank was next, and she is faster than Ivysaur and it uses rollout. Of course, the first rollout does no damage. Ivysaur managed to put Miltank to sleep without missing and used the Leech Seed to heal a bit of HP while doing chip damage before she wakes up. I used Razor Leaf afterwards, which landed on a crit and almost took down Miltank, but thanks to Leech Seed, Miltank was down, easily defeating Whitney thanks to the Sleep Powder and Leech Seed combo. After the second gym, everything was very easy for Jed's Bayleaf. He immediately gave Bayleaf Headbutt the moment he got it. After learning Headbutt, Bayleaf started to one-shot every Pokemon, even the trainers in the gym. Battling Whitney wasn't even that hard for him, but it was a bit annoying. Firstly, Bayleaf one-shotted Clefairy with a critical hit Headbutt. Keep in mind that Bayleaf is a bit over-leveled. At level 27, it is safe to say that Miltank wouldn't be a big of a challenge. Even though that Bayleaf is 7 levels higher than Miltank, she is still faster. She uses Rollout but misses. Being scared of Whitney's Miltank, Jed uses Reflect so that Miltank wouldn't hit that hard. Both Pokemon have really high defense, so none of them could do that much damage to each other. Miltank decided to spam Milk Drink so they can stay alive for more turns. The battle prolonged to 3 minutes of Bayleaf using Headbutt and Miltank spamming Milk Drink. After a few more turns, he finally took down Miltank. Now that I'm thinking about it, Whitney's Miltank wasn't that hard. What do you guys think? We would love to hear about your experience in the comment section below. While you're at it, why not leave a like? It won't take that long. I bet you can finish it before Jed's battle against Whitney's Miltank. Okay, let's keep going. At the Burn Tower, we faced our third rival battle. My rival's Hunter started using Curse, which was a big problem for Ivysaur. Ivysaur lost the battle because of the high amount of damage Curse was causing each turn. On my second try, I made sure Hunter doesn't use Curse. After putting Hunter to sleep and take it down, the rest of the rival's Pokemon were no issue. In the fourth gym, my only attack option is Razor Leaf. All the Pokemon in this gym are Ghost type, which means that I can't use Headbutt. This won't be an easy gym battle. While battling the trainers in the gym, Ivysaur finally evolved into Venusaur at level 32. Battling against Morty was way more difficult than I thought. I keep getting Curse, which causes heavy damage each turn. After taking down Ghastly, my Venusaur fell asleep from Hunter's hypnosis and was KO'd by Nightshade. I used the sleep powder strategy and managed to reach Gengar without getting cursed. But Gengar was much more dangerous than Hunter. He also uses hypnosis and then a super effective Dream Eater, ending the battle. After a few failed attempts, I had no choice but to grind for a bit. After defeating all the Kimono Girls and a few other trainers, my Venusaur reached level 35. I've decided to challenge Morty one more time, and this time things went differently. I can now one-shot Ghastly. Thanks to that, I didn't get cursed. I put Hunter to sleep with Sleep Powder and used Razor Leaf to KO it. With Gengar, I missed my Sleep Powder, but Gengar also misses Hypnosis. The second attempt, I put Gengar to sleep, then spammed Razor Leaf until it's down. Lastly was Ghastly, which was easy to beat, and finally securing my 4th gem badge. For Bayleaf, it was basically the same story. Before reaching the Burned Tower, Bayleaf learned Body Slam at level 31. This is a very powerful normal type move that even has the chance to paralyze the opponent. When battling against the rival, he had a somewhat bad RNG. On the first try, Bayleaf got burned by Quilava's Amber, which made it harder for Bayleaf to do some damage, ending in a loss. In the second battle, Bayleaf got paralyzed by Ghastly's Lick. After a bit of struggle, he managed to beat his rival. While battling the trainers at the gym, Jed's Bayleaf evolved into Meganium at level 32. Battling at the 4th gym wasn't going to be easy for him either, having the same problem as Venusaur of only using Razor Leaf as his damaging move. The trainers in the gym were no big deal until he reached Morty. Ghastly starts with Curse after Meganium fails to one-shot it. Hunter uses Hypnosis and that was it. Knowing the same problem, he didn't waste any time and went to grind his Pokemon as well. After defeating the Kimono Girls and a few other trainers, he also reached level 35 and went to challenge Morty again. This time, he had really good RNG. Morty's Ghastly didn't use Curse, Meganium landed a crit and one-shotted Hunter, Gengar misses 2 Hypnosis, and lastly, Meganium landed another crit on Morty's second Hunter. From having bad RNG with the rival to good RNG with Morty, he had a very nice comeback. This is the moment that every battle becomes easier. Most of the trainers were effortless. I already knew that the 5th gym was going to be easy since Venusaur is part Poison type. All fighting type move won't even tickle him. Gym leader Chuck's Primeape flinches with Venusaur's first headbutt, then was knocked out by the second one. Poliwrath was one-shotted with a single Razor Leaf, winning the Storm Batch in record time. Meganium also one-shots everything that it comes in its way, earning his badge as well. After giving the secret potion to Jasmine, I can now face her in the Olivine gym. Jasmine sends out her first Magnemite, which managed to paralyze and confuse Venusaur. Battling Steelix confused and paralyzed cost me the first battle. On my second try, I used Sleep Powder to KO the Magnemite before it can use Thunder Wave or Supersonic. Steelix was easily beaten and Jasmine's second Magnemite was no trouble thanks to Sleep Powder, earning the mineral badge. On Meganium's end, he couldn't one-shot Magnemite, giving him the chance to use Thunder Wave, but it wasn't a big deal for Meganium. He one-shotted Steelix with a critical hit Razor Leaf, and the other Magnemite was no problem at all. After defeating the shiny Gyarados and infiltrating Team Rocket's secret hideout, we went to the 7th gym. This is an Ice-type gym, which means that both Venusaur and Meganium are supposed to be at a disadvantage, but here's the thing, most of the Ice-type Pokemon here are also part Water or Ground-type. Grass-type moves are super effective against them, plus since Venusaur and Meganium are a bit over-leveled, both of them one-shots every single one without getting a single hit. Battling against the gym leader was very underwhelming. 3 Razor Leaves on one side and that's it. The battle was over and we got the Glacier badge just like that. After getting the basement key and going underground, we had to battle the rival for the 4th time. First Pokemon was Golbat. I used Sleep Powder to KO it with ease, then came out Quilava, which Venusaur flinched it with a headbutt before it can even make a move, and took it down. The rest of the battle was easy, one-shotting everything. The same situation happened to Meganium. He got paralyzed but it didn't matter. None of the rival's Pokemon had strong moves, so it couldn't even hurt Meganium. After easily beating Team Rocket again, we arrived at Blackthorn City. It's finally time to face the final gym. Against Gym Leader Claire, Venusaur easily took down the 2 first Dragonairs, but the 3rd one paralyzed me. When facing Kingdra, it uses Surf but it didn't do any damage. 2 Razor Leafs later, Kingdra was down, winning the battle. As for Meganium, it was much easier. Claire was no threat at all. Meganium one-shots all 3 of her Dragonairs, and with Kingdra, it was taken down with 2 Razor Leafs as well. Now my brother and I are ready to go to Victory Road, but first, the both of us had the same idea to go get the TM for Sunny Day. It could be useful later on. Victory Road itself was a walk in the park. Both Pokemon one-shotted everything. We both found the TM for Solar Beam, which could be useful as well. After passing through the cave, we had our last rival battle. Venusaur took down Sneasel with 1 hit. Kadabra was easily beaten. Typhlosion used Smokescreen, so it was taken down without a scratch. Magneton was no problem. And lastly, Haunter was also easily taken down. Before my brother fought his rival, he went back to get the TM for Earthquake. In this gen, Venusaur can't learn Earthquake, but Meganium can. This move is going to help him a lot with the Elite Four battles. Jed's rival battle was even easier thanks to Earthquake. After a long journey of battles, grinding and preparing, it is time to finally face the Elite Four and the champion. This is where we finally see which Pokemon is better. Here's a closer look at Venusaur and Meganium stats. Who do you think is going to perform better? With that, let's begin. The first member of the Elite Four is Will, and it wasn't hard to beat with Venusaur, even though Venusaur is part Poison type. I used Sleep Powder on 2 of Will's Satu to take them out. Venusaur took down Jinx with 1 headbutt, one-shot Slowbro with a Razor Leaf, and as for Executor, Venusaur used 2 headbutts to take it out. For some reason, Executor used Leech on a Grass type. Yeah, I don't know either. Meganium didn't have much difficulty either. Meganium's Body Slam hits very hard, and thanks to its effect, it paralyzed a few Pokemon, which makes the battle even easier. Of course, Meganium couldn't one-shot every Pokemon, so it had to tank a few moves. Slowbro on the other hand got one-shotted with Solar Beam, even though it used Amnesia, which raises its special defense by 2 stages. This means that both of us beat Will with no problem at all. Next is Koga. Because Venusaur is part Poison type, it can't get poisoned by Toxit, so I don't have to worry about that. I had to spam headbutts for the most part of the battle. I made a huge mistake of using Razor Leaf on Venomoth and got confused by Supersonic. But it didn't even matter because Venusaur never hits itself. I had to spam headbutts for the most part of the battle. Venusaur 2-hit KO 3 of Koga's Pokemon with a flinch on Crobat. For Fortress, I had to spam Razor Leaf for 2 reasons. 1. I can't waste all my headbutts because I don't have much elixir to restore my PP. And 2. Fortress doesn't have a strong move that can hurt Venusaur. Yes, it has Explosion, but for some reason it never uses it. His last Pokemon was Mach, which I easily took it down with 2 headbutts, winning the battle. As for Jed's Meganium, it didn't go so well. Meganium got poisoned by Venomoth's Toxit, and when Fortress came out, it kept using Protect until Meganium fainted. When he rematched Koga again, things went differently. Now that Meganium was a bit stronger since he didn't reset the game, instead he uses the extra experience from Will's battle. Meganium 1-hit KO Venomoth, preventing it from using Toxit. After that, everything was a piece of cake, using Body Slam to take out all of Koga's Pokemon. Bruno is next, and I could say that this is one of the easiest battles in the Elite Four so far. Because Venusaur is part Poison type, Fighting type move won't do any serious damage. Not even Machamp's deadly Cross Chop won't do that much damage. Hypnotop started with Dig, which didn't do so much damage. Venusaur easily took it out with 2 Razor Leaves. I used Sleep Powder on Hitmonchan so that it can't use Ice Punch or Fire Punch. Venusaur one-shot both Hitmonchan and Hitmonlee with Crit Rate Razor Leaf. Then came out Machamp. Venusaur misses the first Sleep Powder and Machamp uses Rock Slide. It did a bit of damage. Venusaur took it out afterwards with 2 Razor Leaves. The last Pokemon was Onix, and it didn't stand a chance. For Meganium, it was as easy as Venusaur's battle. Hypnotop was easily taken down. Hitmonchan couldn't even scratch Meganium. Note that in Gen 2, every type has only one trait, which is Attack or Special Attack. So that means that all Fire type, Ice type, and Electric type moves are considered Special Attack. And since Hitmonchan has terrible Special Attack stat, Meganium has no trouble dealing with Hitmonchan. When Hitmonlee came out, Meganium had the opportunity to use Sunny Day. After that, Meganium one-shots the rest of Bruno's Pokemon. The final member of the Elite Four is Karen, and battling her highly relies on RNG. Her first Pokemon is Umbreon. Umbreon almost always starts with 1 or 2 sand attacks. If that happens, we'll have our accuracy lowered for the whole battle. This is why it's very important to take out Umbreon as quickly as possible. Luckily for me, Venusaur has Sleep Powder to prevent Umbreon's sand attack. Venusaur managed to put Umbreon to sleep without missing, but he misses 2 Razor Leaf, a move with an accuracy of 95. Thankfully, Umbreon never woke up. Houndoom was next. I didn't want to risk missing Sleep Powder, so I went with Headbutt. Houndoom flinches, which was a big deal. Thanks to that, I took out Houndoom without receiving any of its powerful flamethrower. Vileplume was no big deal. Next is Gengar, which was a bit annoying to deal with. Karen's Gengar's job isn't knocking out Pokemon or dealing damage. Its job is to annoy players with Curse, lower their PP with Spite, and get Pokemon paralyzed with Lick, or in worst case, take out one of your Pokemon with Destiny Bond. Venusaur tried to use Sleep Powder, but it misses. That gives Gengar the opportunity to use Curse. Venusaur managed to put Gengar to sleep on his second try, but it already was too late. Curse does way too much damage. I had to use Synthesis just in case before taking Gengar out. Karen's last Pokemon was Murkrow, which wasn't a problem. 1 headbutt and the battle was over. For Meganium's case, it was the most frustrating battle he has ever had. It was pure RNG. He lost 2 times because he kept missing his moves due to Umbreon's Sand Attack, or couldn't attack because he was paralyzed by Vileplume's Stun Spore, which in Gen 2 grass-type Pokemon can still be affected by it. The third time he fought her, he finally bypassed the RNG and managed to beat her no problem, one-shotting Gengar and Houndoom with Earthquake and Murkrow with Body Slam. It finally comes to this, the final battle. This is the battle where we truly put our Pokemon to the test. Lance is more of a flying type champion than a dragon type because all of Lance's Pokemon are flying types. This will be an extremely hard battle for the both of us. My Venusaur's only chance in winning is to use Sleep Powder on some of Lance's Pokemon. It will be especially harder for Meganium because its only moves are Body Slam and Solar Beam. Earthquake was a very useful move for the Elite Four, but not for the champion. All of Lance's Pokemon are flying type, which makes Earthquake completely useless. Of course, we'll be talking about Venusaur first. Venusaur starts with Razor Leaf, which did half damage. Gyarados always uses Rain as its first move. Venusaur misses the second Razor Leaf, and Gyarados uses Surf, which didn't do too much damage. I took it down after using 2 more Razor Leaf. Lance sends out Dragonite with Blizzard. I missed the Sleep Powder and Dragonite uses Thunder Wave, which basically cost me the whole battle. I was paralyzed, which make it harder for me to do anything. Venusaur managed to take down Dragonite, but eventually I got knocked out by Charizard's Flamethrower. I went and rematched Lance immediately to see if this time I won't lose because of bad RNG. This time it went way better. Venusaur 2-shotted Gyarados and it didn't miss the Sleep Powder on the Blizzard Dragonite. After just 3 headbutts and Dragonite is down, Aerodactyl was down with 2 Razor Leaf. Venusaur uses Sleep Powder on Charizard and Synthesis to heal up to full HP. After taking out Charizard, Lance threw out his strongest Dragonite. Venusaur managed to put Dragonite to sleep without missing. In the second turn, Lance uses Full Restore. Venusaur got a crit on the second headbutt, but it wasn't enough to take it out. Dragonite uses Fire Blast afterwards, but surprisingly it only did 1/4 of HP as damage. Venusaur finally took down Lance's strongest Pokemon, but the battle still wasn't over. There's one Pokemon left, Lance's Thunder Dragonite. After beating the Ace Dragonite, Venusaur learns Solar Beam at level 65. Because this was the last battle, I had no problem giving up Synthesis for it. Of course, I started with Sleep Powder, but after not missing a single Sleep Powder in the whole battle, here is where Venusaur finally misses. Dragonite used Thunder Wave, which makes me a bit worried that I could lose the battle because of paralysis, but thankfully it didn't happen. Now that Dragonite is faster, it uses Hyper Beam, which puts my Venusaur below half HP. After that, Venusaur puts Dragonite to sleep, and that was it. Dragonite never woke up. I used 2 headbutts, and with overconfidence I use a critical hit Solar Beam to finish Dragonite and finally beat Lance at level 65. Meganium on the other hand didn't go so well. Gyarados and the first Dragonite weren't much of a problem, but Aerodactyl and Charizard were another story. He made a big mistake by using Sunny Day before defeating Aerodactyl. Because of that, Charizard and the Ace Dragonite got their Fire-type moves boosted. After losing 3 more times, my brother realized that he was nowhere near as strong enough to beat Lance. He decided to grind his Meganium a bit and challenge Lance once again at level 71. Now that Meganium is way over leveled, he managed to go through all of Lance's Pokemon with ease. Meganium basically 2-hit KO every Pokemon with Body Slam and tanks a lot of strong moves. With Lance's Ace Dragonite, it was pure RNG. Meganium hits really hard with a Body Slam and gets it paralyzed, and it was unable to move. Lance uses Full Restore, but Meganium takes it down afterwards. The final Pokemon was Dragonite with Thunder. It tried to use Thunder Wave, but it misses, and it was taken down with 2 Body Slams. Jed finally beats the champion and the game at level 72. Of course, he wasn't proud of it. 3 of Meganium's moves were completely useless when fighting Lance. He could only use Body Slam to beat the champion. Now, based on what happened throughout the whole game, from beginning to end, checking which Pokemon were better in each gym battle, rival battle, the Elite Four, and the champion, we can surely say which of the two is the best Pokemon. And the best Grass-type starter Pokemon in Pokemon Crystal is... Sleep Powder. I know, that's not a Pokemon, that's a move. But you could clearly see that it's all thanks to Venusaur's Sleep Powder. It could defend and defeat the most unwinnable battles. Throughout the whole game, the move Sleep Powder helps Venusaur avoiding super effective moves that can hinder the current battle and give the opportunity to self-heal with Synthesis. You could say that Venusaur wins because he can learn Sleep Powder while Meganium can't, but imagine if Venusaur doesn't learn Sleep Powder. Venusaur would have been in the same situation, if not worse than Meganium. At least Meganium could learn Body Slam and Earthquake, which is a very good move, while Venusaur could only use Headbutt and Razor Leaf. Without Sleep Powder, Venusaur wouldn't stand a chance against Karen and Lance. It's all thanks to Sleep Powder Venusaur managed to pull through all the difficult parts of the game and beat it easier than Meganium. The winner of this Pokemon vs Challenge video is Venusaur's Sleep Powder. Thank you guys so much for reaching the end of this video. We hope you enjoy our first Pokemon vs Challenge. We plan to make this a series video, and we really want to hear your comments on which Pokemon would you like to see in our next Pokemon vs Challenge. We'll keep working hard to create more videos like this, so remember to subscribe to our channel and leave a like. It would really help us a lot. Also, remember to turn on the notification for more updates and future videos. We really appreciate you guys and we hope to see you again. This is Jill from Twinsplash and I'll see you guys otro viaja.